Hold on, take you back to your house, okay, bud? You sound good? Let me get you to sit down in, okay? John, okay. Good? Okay. I'm gonna close this door. Nothing to be scared about.
He did not need an escort home. And I wonder often if he had been on a bicycle or if there had been two children walking together, would that have made a difference? That's why we have to take the discretion away from law enforcement who want to inject their personal point of view, and why I've drafted a bill. Parents USA is offering it to the Georgia legislature this session, and we'd like to get it across the country, but it would require a triage, a protocol. Let's think about it. If you are concerned about a child, like the woman who called 911 for Soren, if you're concerned, we're not going to make people not call, right? They're going to be concerned.
We want good Samaritans out there.
There you go. So call it in.
Where do you draw the line? It's so subjective.
That's why you have a triage, which is, here are the three questions. Ready? Pretty obvious. 1, thank you for your call. Does the child appear to be hurt? Oh,
good question.
Okay. Because if the child's hurt, maybe we need to send an ambulance or an EMT and not just a deputy who's going to show up and maybe knows first aid. But maybe there's a broken bone. Maybe there's bleeding. Maybe there's a dislocation. We may need EMT and an ambulance. Does he appear hurt? No? Well, second question. Does a child appear to be in distress? Incidentally, these two questions could be asked if somebody called in and saw me in town, right? Am I hurt? Am I in distress? Does the child appear to be in distress? Frightened, cowering, hiding behind something, looking about, crying, sitting in a fetal position? Appear to be distressed? No, just sort of walking along, whistling, skipping, having a good time. Oh, not in distress, not hurt. One more question. Is there an identifiable risk of imminent harm? Open construction site the child is walking into, not a construction site a block away, a swimming pool into which the child is about to fall, not that the child's 100 yards away, or there's two sketchy looking guys in a white van with candy and a puppy trying to lure him over. Not that that could happen, because here's the stat for you, and Ethan was wise to note this. The actual statistic quoted by Lenore Skenazy with letgrow.org is this: you would have to leave your child outdoors unattended for 750,000 years for your child likely to be abducted. Now, that doesn't comport with our senses, and parents have an understandable concern. I don't want my child to be abducted. It could happen. Yes, it could happen. And if you're that nervous about it, then you decide for your child. But please, government, law enforcement, judges, district attorneys, and strangers, you don't make that decision for my child or for Britt's child.
No, absolutely not. It is my decision as the parent. And this is probably not as eloquent as you would like it said, but I have always said it is my job to mess them up the least possible that I can. Most of the decisions that, Britt's laughing.
I've heard
got
that
4
before.
kids. Yeah. And
there's no handbook to parenting, right? We've all heard that. We're doing the best we can.
Right. And I mean, take one look. Some of these pictures you have, this is a good, happy, healthy family. And it's just amazing.
Okay, but if they weren't, the law shouldn't be any different. Apply different.
It shouldn't be.
Right.
Britt's a great, she is articulate. She's educated. Josh, her husband, high school sweetheart, married 18 years. He has a doctorate education. She has a master's in education. She used to teach school. She's in real estate to get free up time. She can cart the 4 kids around. But you know what? If the person is a single mom living in the horrible part of town, working some horrible job, just busting her behind trying to make ends meet, and their kids don't look the same, they don't have the happy pictures, they still deserve the same freedom to decide for their children that Britt and Josh have.
Exactly.
Yes.